Yeah.
Okay, we're live.
على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد, everyone, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. While I'm setting up, we can start with some of your questions, inshallah.
Yeah.
So you'll see me more properly in a second when I set up the screen.
Well, it's like brighter.
There we go. I got happier today. It looks
Yeah.
happier. I think it's the table. The glass is.
Just
Like-
reflecting all the coolness off that.
It is. It got really cool. We're so
Mhm.
cool. We have this table now. We're like the coolest. This is the coolest thing that's ever
We're
happened
cool.
in the
We're cool
history of
kids now.
the ummah. Okay, so let's do the code real quick.
You know, ni file.
Down to page
Farah,
7.
you
So,
should-
Jawad, I'm depending on you for questions.
Okay.
We figured out the biggest mystery today, Estad.
What's that biggest mystery?
We found out that
What happened?
our bunny disappeared.
It happened like
We
3
had it for like
months ago.
5 days, and
It was like a stuffed bunny or an actual
no, like
rabbit?
an actual one.
Was it eaten by a rabbit or a coyote?
No.
No,
Oh.
our
It was
parents
even
took it back.
worse.
It got run over?
No. Even worse.
Your brother killed it and buried it in the backyard?
No. Even worse. My parents took
Ate it?
No. They took it and they returned it.
They
Oh,
didn't even
That's
tell
not the
us.
worst.
I guess that is a sign.
I mean, if
We
I
thought
was,
it ran away.
if I had a bunny and it was super cute and kids were like, oh, so cute, I'd be like, oh, it looks delicious. That's
They usually
really
like
cute.
it. Like,
no questions yet?
Just salam so far.
Oh, walaikum salam wa
Open the
rahmatullah.
right
The table.
outside.
Yeah, the table. Wait, the table, where is it?
it's on the ceiling.
Dude. I really, really want to know.
Wait, what did you
She wants to know how many people are in the live.
37.3.
Gajillion.
Why do you have to know?
You can just check too, guys. I think so.
Okay.
So, what's new?
Let's get to work.
Alright.
I sent you the updated workbook, by the way.
Oh, you did? Okay. Is it in the link?
Look at that.
Cutie patootie Ahmed? You tickle them. Mariam, you are forbidden from looking at forbidden.
That's funny. That's like really funny. Cutie patootie. I think I heard Jawad laugh too. Ustad Jawad.
Ustad Jawad.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stretch your ears out so long, your feet will trip on them.
Yeah. Did you laugh?
You heard wrong. I wasn't laughing.
Oh.
I laugh more than you guys think I laugh, but I wasn't laughing that time.
But you put it on mute and go, ha 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 ha. Like, does
I
that
really do.
Sorry, that was a bad impression of you, Jawad.
It's okay.
I use my imagination as to how you are off the mic, you know. So, anyway, Bismillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Let's turn to the workbook and turn to page 1 of the workbook. Hopefully, you have the updated version printed.
No.
not the-
It's the old one. Okay, so then look at the screen. Okay.
Okay.
Our job is going to be first to go through this. I want to, because there are steps to the process I want to teach you.
Yeah.
I want to focus on one step and go through all of them,
Mhm.
and focus on the next step and go through all of them.
Mhm.
So here's my first step assignment. You see number 1 through number 10.
Yeah.
Yes, they're all past tenses.
Mhm.
I want you to discuss with each other over the next couple of minutes,
Mhm.
and I want the hua version of each.
Okay.
That's what I want. I want you to be able to take whatever it is
Mhm.
and take it back to what version?
The
The
hua.
hua version. Taking something back to the hua version in the past tense is critical, because if you don't do that, you cannot match it to a family. Not easily anyway, not in the beginning. So your first step is going to be take it back to the hua version.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you 100 seconds to do these 10 questions. Okay?
Okay.
You can do them verbally in your head.
Yeah.
You can agree to what the word is, and then you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You don't have to write anything down. But go ahead. I'll give you
Minute and a half.
minute and a half, 2 minutes actually. 100 seconds is a minute and 40 seconds. Okay, go.
Besides, your audio is like slightly echoey.
Is it? Hold on. Let me just check the audio then.
I don't know if you
Is this better?
Talk again?
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll just go to you.
هو عقبة.
Yep.
And then
Make sure if you see a shadda to respect the shadda when you say it. If you see an alif, respect the alif when you say it.
okay.
You just said aqaba.
yeah.
I want to hear what?
هو
No. Look at the word.
هو
Not that.
عقبة.
That's right.
Oh yeah, you gotta respect it.
You gotta respect the sound, the markings that are on there. You can't just skip them
Yeah.
and say aqaba. You gotta say aqaba. You get it?
Yeah. Respect it.
Yep.
If it's respect the one.
Don't touch it.
Go ahead.
Jadala. And then it's
One and one.
you got three.
Jadala.
Yeah, jadala. Because tunna. You don't
Oh,
know.
okay. Jadala and then استقبل.
استقبل. Yeah. And then اقترب.
And then أعلن.
Yeah. انفعل. Go. Are we on mute? Oh, no, we're not.
أراد. Oh wait, no. أراد.
أراد تعاون. Oh, that's it. Alright, we got this. Inshallah.
أنزل.
That's okay. أنزل. تكبر. أفلح. I think that's this in the whole version. And then عاهد. Because هو نصر, there's no alif. It's just عاهد. The extra alif. I don't think we include that. So yeah.
Ifall دیگه ده هو version نیست کنم 14.
Cool. 14.
نصر.
فارسی خوب بشه.
هما نصر.
أفلح. نصر.
خود داد دراز نگویش.
أفلح. Yeah.
خود میشه هو version. دیگهش 15 چیه؟
Oh. Yeah. We finished.
All of it?
Yeah.
What's the first one? Maryam. Number one.
عقبة.
Good. Aqaba. Number 2, Ahmed.
جادل.
Maryam, number 3.
استقبل.
Wonderful. Number
Five.
5. Okay.
Is-
Number 4.
Oh.
Hoo-hoo-hoo. You didn't even get.
Seriously.
Aqtala, you're right. Wow. Okay.
I'm cool like
I
that.
thought it was gonna be hard.
Oh, what?
Number 5.
افترب.
Iftaraba.
اقترب.
أعلن.
Allah.
انفعل.
تذكر.
Number 9.
أراد.
تعاون.
I love it. This is what you call
Anzala.
progress. This is what you call progress.
Progression.
Love it. Give her a 5. Now give him a 5.
Okay,
Okay, that was the same. Okay, anzaltu.
okay.
أنزلت.
Mhm.
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
أنزل.
Anzal with a sukun.
أنزل. I said أنزل earlier, I think, but then you guys started talking. So
فرق.
I heard me.
فرق.
Farraqa.
فرق.
Nicely done. Number 16.
أخرج.
Number 15.
عاهد.
Allah. Number 14.
أفلح.
Afla face. Check to see if he's approved yet. Aflaha face. Afla face. Don't do the face. Just do the answer.
Yeah.
أفلح.
Good.
تكبر.
Which one?
Number 17. Of
Oh,
course.
17.
Obviously.
أخبر.
انصرف. انصرف.
Nicely done.
علم.
She's doubting herself again. She's like, Allah.
She got it. She got it. She got it.
Okay.
Okay.
أفسد.
Very nice. Everybody understood what we just did?
Yeah.
I want to hear yeses from the Ummah. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
We took all of them back to the Hua version. Okay. Now, step 2. This is where we learn sarf.
Yeah.
Ustad, I don't understand what's happening. There's too much surfing. Sometimes you say things and sometimes you tell other things, and that's why I don't know anything. Calm down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Just chill out.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Just memorize what I told you to memorize,
Mm-hmm.
and everything's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You said aqaba here, right?
Uh-huh.
Now this is what I want to hear. Listen to me carefully. You should be able to hear it and not even tell me, but know in your mind that aqaba is allama. Aqaba is what family?
Allama.
Allama. And because it's allama family, you should be able to say to me 3 words. 3 words. Aqaba yu'aqqibu ta'qiban. I don't want fahuwa mu'aqqibun uqiba yu'aqqabu ta'qiban fahuwa mu'aqqabun al-amru minhu aqib wa nahyu anhu la tu'aqqib wa dharfu minhu mu'aqqabun. No. Madi, mudari', masdar. Past tense, present tense, masdar. That's all I want. 3 words. Aqaba yu'aqqibu ta'qiban. That's all I want.
All right.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I did the first one.
Yeah.
Number 2. We'll start with you, Ahmed.
Jadala, jahada.
I don't want to hear what family. I just want to hear 3 words out of that.
Jadala, yeah.
Ustad,
Yeah.
Yujad.
the Ummah is getting distracted by the blue box.
Oh, there.
Oh. Jadala yujadilu jidalan.
What?
Wa mujadalatan.
That's it. Jadala yujadilu jidalan wa mujadalatan. I like the deep breath Maryam took because she doesn't know what question's coming next. She couldn't remember. The stress in her breath was noticeable all the way to here. I almost fell back in my chair when you did.
Yustaqbala. Oh wait, no. Istaqbala, yustaqbala, istiqbalan, fahuwa.
Close. No. We don't need the fahuwa, but go back. Just a small change. What's the family that you matched it to?
Istaghfara,
What's the second word?
yastaghfiru.
No, then you memorized it wrong.
Oh, wait,
Is-
yastaghfiru.
Yastaghfiru, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
what should this be?
Yastaqbala.
Yes. Okay, wait. Okay. Slow it down. Istaghfara, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Istaghfiru,
That's really good handwriting.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Istighfaran, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you said, say that again.
Istaqbala.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, okay. Why you
say you? It says yeah.
Yastaqbila.
So why you say yastaqbila? It says yastaghfiru. You said yastaghfiru, right?
Yeah.
So why are you saying yastaqbila? Why are you ending it with a? Present tense should end with
Oh,
u.
yastaqbilu.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
Shouldn't it end with u?
Yeah.
You see what you're doing wrong?
Yes.
Okay. Now I'm going to erase it. It's in your head already. It lives in your head. It doesn't live on this paper. It doesn't live on this glass. It lives in your head. Go ahead.
Symbol is so useful.
Istaqbala.
No,
Yustaqbilu.
there's no you. Istaghfara yastaghfiru.
Oh,
You
yes.
never memorized yustaghfiru. There's only 3 families that have you in the beginning. Aslama, allama, and jahada. All the other families have ya in the beginning. Istaghfara is not allama, aslama, or jahada. So it cannot have you in the beginning.
Okay. Istaqbala. Yastaqbilu. Istiqbalan.
That's it. That's all I needed. Istaqbala yastaqbilu. Istiqbalan. Brilliant. Brilliant, lad. Aqtala.
Aqtala, aqtala yaqtalu, aqtala yuqtilu iqtilaman.
So close. Aqtala yuqtilu was right.
Aqtala yuqtilu iqtalan.
Yes, iqtalan.
Yeah.
You tried to mess him up. Sabotager.
Yeah. You're the imposter.
Oh my god, this was too easy. Maryam got the easy one. Oh my gosh, she got the easy one. Iqtaraba. 3 words. Oh my god, I gave it away. No.
Yaqtaribu, iqtiraba.
Why is it not yuqtaribu? Explain to me why it's not
Only
yuqtaribu.
3 families have it.
Which 3 families?
Allama,
The Chaudhries.
Allama, Jahada, and what's the other one?
Come on, what kind of Muslim are you?
Aslama.
Okay. Okay.
A'lana, a'lana ya'linu.
Allahu Akbar.
Wait, hold on. A'lana yu'linu i'lana.
Because it's from the Aslama family,
Family.
the you has to be there.
Yeah.
Yes. أعلن يعلن إعلانا.
My mistake.
إن فعلتم. إن فعلتم. Maryam. It's unquliba. It's استغفروا. It's Islimi. Stop looking at me, Farhad. What's the Hua version?
In fa'ala.
Uh-huh.
In fa'ala.
There's a family that starts with in.
In qalaba.
Allah, what a match. Go ahead. Go ahead.
In qalab. In fa'ala. Yanfa'ilu. Yeah, something like that.
Why not you?
Because
Well, no, not because it's not enough.
it just can't have you.
No, that's not enough.
Okay.
Why can't you have you?
Because it can't start with
How many families have you?
3.
Which ones are they?
Aslama,
Uh-huh.
allama,
Uh-huh.
or not, aslama, allama, and jahada.
Is Inqalaba one of those 3?
No.
Then
So it has to be an.
it has to be ya.
Yeah.
It has to be ya.
Yan. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yan fa'ala.
Yan, okay.
Oh, wait, no. Yan fa'ilu.
Love it. Solved it yourself.
Okay.
There's one more word.
In fa'alan.
Infi'alan.
Oh, infi'alan.
Inqilaban. Infi'alan. Nice. That was a tough one. Why?
I thought you were gonna wear the what that's mean Ustad
Oh yeah.
shirt today.
Yeah, this stuff.
It's okay. تذكر يتذكر تذكيرا.
Close. تذكر يتذكر.
تذكر.
Close again, but not quite.
كيرون.
She's messing you up on purpose.
I thought that was never mind.
No, that was the right one in your head. No, that's wrong. What family is it?
تذكر
Starts with a ta, has a shadda.
no تعلم.
Okay, Sayyidu Ta'allama family.
تعلم يتعلم تعلما تذكورا.
Say the whole thing now.
تذكر يتذكر تذكورا.
Except don't make the ku so long.
Okay.
So make it what?
تذكورا.
Tadakkuran. Tadakkuran.
Yeah.
Very cool. Loving the progress.
Ustad, you forgot your banner.
You forgot your banner. You prove it.
You prove it.
Oh, new workbook. Yes. Hold on, let me make it.
That's what there's.
They
don't even.
Give me a second. Keep working. Arada.
Oh,
Whose turn was it? It's Mariam's turn.
Shadow's turn.
Oh, it's Mariam's turn. It's totally Mariam's turn.
Arada.
You think I would overlook that? Because Arada means to overlook.
Arada. Ya'ridu.
Nope. What family?
Arada. Allama.
Really?
No.
Arada is allama.
No,
Because it has a shadda, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Arada has a shadda?
No.
I will keep playing his mind.
It's jahada.
If it's jahada, why is it beginning with ah?
Wait, no. No, kalam. Oh, it's aslama.
Okay, that's great. I like it. You're right. Aslama.
Okay.
This is correct. I'm not trolling you. It's correct.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
Are you sure about that?
Yu'ridu.
Yes. Sas.
I'radan.
Allah. You got it. Did you help him?
No.
Did you
No.
help her? She's like,
But
no.
tag of father.
Him?
See?
Help? Humph. Me?
تعاون.
You just.
تعاون يتعاون تعاونا.
Ta'awunan.
تعاونا.
Don't make the woo part long.
تعاونا. Pretty good.
Do
You want me to go to the next one,
title and
Oh.
bam. Okay.
I say 6. Are you sure?
I'm not sure, but I think so.
think so too.
Okay. أنزلت.
It's our turn.
No, it's your
Stop
turn.
counting. No, you did تعاون just now.
Yeah.
Your turn. It happened that
You
fast.
did?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it happened that fast.
Happened that
Anzala.
fast, apparently.
So, Anzala.
Which family?
Aslama.
Oh, nicely done. Nicely done.
Yes.
Nope.
Or Yus.
Mm-hmm. Why
Yeah.
you?
Because
Why not ya?
Because they're the three. Aslam is one of the three families that have.
See, now it's like getting in your head.
Mhm.
Good. Anzala?
Yunzilu.
Yes.
Inzalan.
Excellent job. Anzala yunzilu inzalan. Beautiful.
فهو
Beautiful.
منزل.
فرقتي.
فرق. This is
فرق يتفرق
تفرق.
يستفرقا
No.
فهو
No. فرق.
Africa. What?
Yeah. فرق يتفرق.
Nope. Messed you up.
It's not yet?
Successfully messed you up. Yes.
This is the فرق. So this is جاهد, right? No, it's not.
I'm not helping. I am not helping.
Hey, no. I don't need this help yet.
Mm-mm.
فرق يتفرق.
Nope. You didn't recognize the family yet. That's why you're messing up.
فرق. What family is this?
Okay. Well,
Hold on.
does it start with A?
No,
So it can't be a Sama family.
it can't be.
Does it just have an alif in it?
No, can't be Jahada.
Can't be Jahada. Does it start with a Ta?
Mm-mm.
Does it start with an E? Okay, so what's left? The three E families are gone.
Yeah.
The two Ta families are gone.
So, انقلب.
Does it start with in?
اقترب.
Does it start with Iq?
No.
Does it
استغفر.
start with E?
No.
Then why you going there? Those are gone.
It's a small family.
No.
You gave me the right answer. Thank you. Is it
I gave it a
علامة?
while ago.
Well, if it is Allama, go on. You're right. It's Allama.
فرق يف.
What's the Allama family like?
علم يعلم تعليما.
So why are you saying yatafarraqu?
Oh, فرق تفرق. No,
Why you-
hold on.
Allama yu'allimu.
يفرق تفريق.
That's it.
تفريقا.
That's it.
Yeah, there you go. Took too long on that one.
I threw you off really well.
Yes.
That's part of my job is
I
to
gave
create
the right answers and
confusion.
he didn't listen to me.
Yeah, I know. Because we've created so much mistrust that
There's no trust here.
yeah, we've been in the Trump administration for 4 years. Anyway, takabbarat.
تكبر يتكبر تكبرا.
Allah. Wow. Takbir.
Allahu Akbar.
Let's see if you succeed in this one.
أفلح
Aflaha yaflahu.
يفلح إفلح.
Iflihahan.
No, hold on.
Iflihi.
No,
I
this
don't
is
think
this is the Aslama family.
Okay.
Aflaha. That's all. Sad, stop. I don't need your help. Okay, I'm the one that helps you, so I can't switch roles.
Woo. Shots fired.
Yuflihu iflahan.
Allah. Very good. Very good. Ahada.
Oh, it's Jahada.
Good job.
Drum roll, please.
Okay, so ahada
Mm.
yuahidu
Mm.
ihadan
Yes. Wa.
wa ihadatan
وجاهد يجاهد جهادا
mujahadatan
therefore
muahadatan.
brilliant Mariam,
Brilliant.
brilliant. That's
Oh.
great.
I woke
That's
up
so great.
early today.
مرة بالليل تشتغل في عاد قفتك.
That's what I said, but nobody ever listens. أخرجتي.
أخرج يخرج إخراجا
Oh yeah.
إخراجا.
Yes. What's the ikhrijaja? What do you?
I'm sorry.
You're going so well, and then you're like, أخبرت.
أخبر يخبر إخبارا.
Allah.
She gets the easy ones for some reason.
I don't know. She's just getting better. I think that's what's happening.
Yeah, did not hear in the beginning I was doing so bad.
انصرف. So ينصرف.
Yun sarifu, right?
No, ين.
Yun.
ين.
Yun.
Yun.
Yeah.
Yun.
انصرف
Fix it,
ين.
yun.
ينصرف
ينصرف, okay.
انصرافا.
You're right. Mental fortitude. علمتم.
علم يعلم تعليما.
Kind of, yeah. It's kind of unfair, yeah. A little bit. Wow, I can't believe you figured that one out. Okay,
أفسد
أفسد
يفسد إفسادا.
أفسد يفسد إفسادا.
Yeah.
Great job.
I mean,
Everybody doing okay with that?
she got all the easy ones.
No, I didn't better.
It's hard.
You're
Yeah.
not salty because I
Looks
got
like
more right than you.
Okay, so Ustad, I can't figure out the stuff. Yeah, you can. Just wait for it, okay? Now we're going to do something else. Conversions.
Conversions.
Yep.
What is conversion? I've never heard that word in my life.
Aqabata.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's Aqaba has a number of meanings. One of the meanings is to follow.
Mm.
Aqabata, the ta means both of those women followed.
Follow.
Okay. I want to say both of those women were followed. I want to make it passive.
Okay.
Here's what I do. I make the past tense u and e sound.
Mm-hmm.
So the ending, the last letter, and whatever I added on, this part remains unchanged. And everything before this becomes u and e. So the answer is uqibata.
Yeah.
Uqibata.
Mhm.
Yeah? Okay.
The last two letters don't get touched.
Right. Jadaltunna, y'all ladies argued. I want to say y'all ladies were argued with.
Mm. Judiltunna.
Right. Judiltunna. Ju-u-e sound. Again, this part, the last letter is off limits, and whatever happens after that last letter is off limits.
Mm.
Okay? William's turn. Istaqbalat. She welcomed. I want to say she was welcomed.
Istaq.
What are the two sounds on a passive? Again, this part, yes, keep going.
Ustuqbilat.
Brilliant. Ustuqbilat, she was welcomed. Now you know how to make an active into passive.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Aqtalu, they caused killing.
Uqtilu.
Uqtilu, killing was caused.
Mm.
Or they were caused to be killed. It's complicated.
They did something illegal.
Iqtarabna, even though it doesn't really mean anything in the passive, I want to practice it anyway. Iqtarabna, the passive, if there was one, would be what?
Uqturibna.
Brilliant. Uqturibna. Wonderful. What did you have for breakfast today? Eggs again?
No, I had a muffin. Chocolate chip muffin.
Have a chocolate chip muffin every day. A'lanta. You announced.
Lanta.
U'linta.
Linta.
You were announced, which doesn't make any sense, but
You
whatever.
did a pretty good job.
Yeah, you did a pretty good job. Wow, she's like taunting you now.
Yeah, it's okay.
In fa'altum. You reacted. Y'all reacted. Nope.
Oh. In.
Nope. Nope. No. 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 No.
Are you being serious?
Yes.
Okay.
No.
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 Then what could it be?
What family is this?
And this is
Inqalaba.
Inqalaba.
Yeah.
What do you know about the Inqalaba family that's different from all the other families?
They didn't have like the second row.
Why are you making it then?
Oh.
Oh, it doesn't have a passive.
Uh-huh.
doesn't.
You did pretty good.
Oh, nice burn back. تذكرتها. Both of y'all remembered. Both of y'all were remembered.
Wait, hold on. U and E is all
Yes.
I need.
Yes.
Tuzakiratuma.
Why are you putting a fatha on the ra? Remember what letter is off limits?
Yeah.
This guy's off limits.
Oh,
Lam letter onwards is off limits. Doesn't change. Okay.
okay.
Go ahead.
Tuzakartuma. Kir?
Yes.
Tuzak-
Ooh, E sound.
Yeah, tuzakirtuma.
Yes. Yes. Tasama ka mahape. A'radtunna. Y'all ladies presented. I say y'all ladies were presented. Oh, so on a roll.
Mm-hmm.
Ta'awantuma. We're not going to do it because it doesn't make sense.
Tu'awwintuma.
Yeah, tu'awwintuma, but it doesn't make sense as a meaning. So we'll skip it. Anzaltu. I sent down. I say I was sent down.
Unziltu.
Unziltu. I was sent down.
Bang, that's too sad. Beat that.
Farraqti. You divided. I want to say you were divided, huh? Farraqti. You were divided.
That's
Look
only
at
one.
the grill she just gave you.
Yeah, she only
It's
got
like she
one.
just dunked on you and just looked at you as she's stepping back.
She can never dunk on me.
At least I can.
I don't know. She just did. I feel like.
Okay.
Okay.
Ukhrijti.
Akhrajti. You expelled. Ukhrijti. You were expelled. Ahada. Both of them promised. I want to say both of them were promised.
Uhida.
Uhida. Both of them were promised.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. Aflaha. Both of them succeeded.
Ufliha.
Yeah, but it doesn't make sense. So that's okay. But you did a good job. Takabbarat also doesn't make sense. But if it did, what would the word be? No, not tukib. Multiple U's, one E. And which letter is off limits? The Ra onwards. The last letter onwards. So, tukubbirat. Remember, as many U's as needed and one E.
Oh, tukubbirat.
Tukub.
Tukub.
Mm-hmm.
Tukubbirat.
Yes, tukubbirat.
I think you missed on the side. Did you not? I know. I was
I
mistaken.
don't miss.
Yeah, you're right. Never miss.
Akhbarta. You
Ukhbirta.
informed. You were informed. Ukhbirta. You were informed. Great. Insarafta, Maryam. Insarafat. Nope.
Oh wait, no.
Nope.
Nope. It's
No.
inqalaba.
Yes.
So it doesn't have.
That's right.
I
That's
would have
right.
found that out instantly.
Allamtum.
Ullimtum.
Yes, allamtum means y'all taught. What does ullimtum mean?
Y'all
Both
didn't
of you were
teach.
No, not y'all didn't teach. What?
Both of you were taught.
No.
Oh.
Tum is not both of you. Tum is all y'all.
All of y'all were
of them
taught.
All of y'all were taught.
Yeah.
Allamtum, y'all taught. Ullimtum, y'all were taught. Hey, y'all. Afsadna, y'all caused corruption. Y'all corrupted. I want to say y'all were corrupted.
Ufsidna.
No, it's not y'all. It's, by the way, we. We corrupted and we were corrupted.
Yeah.
Ufsidna. We were
Ufsidna.
corrupted.
We were corrupted.
Pretty cool, huh? Your
Uh-huh.
like your ability to grasp meanings from sarf is now starting to form. So you're like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? Now it's starting to make sense. Why? Because now the world of meaning is opening up. You won't believe it. I got several meanings even now. It's not. I still don't understand why we're memorizing the families of sarf. Okay, if you don't understand, go learn Spanish. Because if you don't understand, then that's okay because I didn't help you understand yet. If you trust me, just go with it. You'll get there. I'm not making you do anything pointless. Nothing. If I was going to teach you pointless stuff, I'd teach you how to order a shawarma. I'm not. I'm teaching you sarf. And within sarf, I'm only teaching you what you're going to need in Quran studies first. There's plenty more to learn in sarf. On your own, here's a fun assignment for you. Go find a book, a PDF. It's freely available online. Google it. It's called, just so you appreciate what's going on here, it's called From the Treasures of Morphology. Are you familiar with this book, Jawad?
I've heard of it, yeah. I
Okay.
haven't read it.
Okay. It's a PDF file called From the Treasures of Morphology.
Yeah.
That's a book on sarf. It's a very comprehensive book on sarf, right? If you really want to know about sarf and everything about, and you're so curious, that's the book to read. And if it doesn't want to make you pull your hair out, then let me know. Look at it. It's a great book as far as the knowledge in it.
Mm.
But if you want to learn, you'll appreciate how, if you think this is complicated, the the traditional approach to teaching sarf is extremely difficult.
It is.
With all due respect to this remarkable book, it's got so much knowledge in it. And eventually, actually, I even printed this. Eventually, I'm going to make you guys go through this. Jadwal Awzan al-Af'al al-Sarfiyya. This is actually all the patterns, all the families of Arabic, and everything that they mean. It's like a 16-page Arabic document. There's no English in this. There's only Arabic,
Oh, okay.
right? So just to give you an idea of the kinds of things that they talk about. So you guys know fa'ala yaf'ulu is like nasara yansuru, right?
Yeah.
Then they've got daraba yadribu. Then they've got fataha yaftahu. Then they've got sami'a yasma'u. Then they've got karuma yakrumu. And they've got hasiba yahsibu. We know those families, right? Then they've got aslama yuslimu. And all the things aslama yuslimu could mean are on one whole page. These are the things aslama yuslimu could mean, a whole page. Then you did fa'ala yufa', which is allama yu'allimu. You guys know that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Then they did inqalaba yanqalibu. You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
Iqtaraba yaqtaribu. You know that one? Okay. And then this is one you don't know. Ihmarra yahmarru. Haven't done that one. Ta'allama yata'allamu. Have you done that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What about tasa'ala yatasa'alu?
Uh-huh.
What about istaghfara yastaghfiru?
Yeah.
What about iswadda yaswaddu?
No.
What about ikhshawshana yakhshawshinu?
No.
Mm-mm.
What about ijlawwadha yajlawwidhu?
Mm-mm.
What about dahraja yudahriju?
No.
What about jalbaba yujalbibu?
Mm-mm.
No.
What about jawraba yujawribu?
No.
What about rahwaka yurahwiku?
No.
What about baytara yubaytiru?
Mm-mm.
What about sharyafa yusharyifu?
No.
What about salqa yusalqi?
Mm-mm.
What about qalnasa yuqalnisu?
No.
What about tadahraja yatadahraju?
No.
No.
What about ihranjama yahranjimu?
Uh-uh.
What about iqsha'arra yaqsha'irru? Oh my god. Tajalbaba yatajalbabu, tarahwaka yatarahwaku, tajawraba yatajawrabu, tashaytana yatashaytanu, tasharyafa yatasharyafu, tamaskana yatamaskanu, tasalqa yatasalqa, iq'ansasa yaq'ansisu, islanqa yaslanqi. Those are all the families in Arabic. I don't teach you those. I teach you 8. And then I teach you 6 small ones. Why? Because most of these don't occur in the Quran. 1 or 2 of them do. And when they do, I'll teach you about them. But eventually, I want you to know what this is. Not memorize all of it. I haven't even memorized all of it. It's okay. Because when you know enough sarf, you don't have to memorize those families to do the sarf. You can do the sarf without having memorized the family. You can get to that point. Here's a word that we learned, 14 families, right?
Yeah.
Here's a word that is not in the 14 families.
What's that?
Waswasa yuwaswisu? What's that? We never learned a family like that
Mm-hmm.
because it's 4 letters.
Yeah.
There's no ta, there's no shadda, we didn't learn that.
Mm-hmm.
That's totally different. That's a rare family. We'll learn that later. We don't have to worry about that now. Okay. But right now, conversions. Can you convert the active to the passive?
Yeah.
Let's go a little bit further. This time, I'm going to give you guys the work. Jawad, can you pull this up on your screen? Can you pull the same document up and put it on your screen?
Sure.
You got it? Is that you now? No, that's still me. Share your screen.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to zoom in so that they see 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then 9, 10, 11.
In which table?
I'm on,
The one that starts with Nazala?
yeah, the one that starts with Nazala. Yeah, that's right. So zoom in enough that they only see 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay. Now, let's, Jawad, if you can annotate the meanings. Nazala, just write the word sent down.
Can I add text on this?
From the browser, probably not.
All right, give me a second to open it up.
In the meantime, put it on my screen. I'll share it for now.
Sent down.
Sent down. Fought.
نزل قو-
Even though it's more loaded than that.
تنزعنا أو تنزعت.
Okay, you see the meanings?
Mhm.
Sent down, fought, drowned, argued, pretended.
Mhm.
And nafaqa has to do with being hypocritical. It's too many words, my mouse will break. Okay, to be hypocritical. I want to know who did it. I want an English translation. Write them down.
What's that? The English.
Write the English translation of 1 through 7. Meaning, I just said sent down. Use that as a clue, but I want the exact English translation of nazala. I'll help you with number 1.
Alright.
Both of them sent down. Why? Huwa nazzalahuma.
Nazala.
That's why it's both of them sent down.
Oh, okay.
Now you're going to give me fought, drowned, became hypocritical, argued, and pretended.
Alright.
Where's your notebook? No notes today, Maria? Go get a paper and pen. Go.
Yeah.
Ask Brother Seiko.
Okay, there's still none of the Yeah, hold on. Right?
Separate, can I have the water, please? Because I forgot mine in the car.
Okay, you guys get to it. Come on.
Alright.
Pause,
قاتلنا.
brother?
Yeah. Maybe we could write, no, just write on. Can we write on one paper?
Yes.
Save the trees. قاتلنا. It's like nah.
Did you say nicely?
Here,
Yeah.
here's pens.
Yeah, that's nice. I like that.
قاتلنا. Oh, this is we fought.
Write it
Yeah,
down.
it's sweet fun.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7.
It's great counting, son.
Yak Chibu?
One. They. Yeah.
No.
No.
Both of them.
Good.
Oh yes. They.
Why is it both of them, Mariam? Because I said.
Because
Oh.
هو نزل
Nazzala.
هما نزلا
نزلا. Good.
Yeah.
Looks like
قاتلنا.
someone wasn't paying attention when you said it well.
It's got a little hot and stuffy in here.
Okay, so
Sisters know like what burns the most. Like they just have the greatest
إيام
comebacks.
صارت نيسي كنا
Seriously.
مورديشان.
I say nothing. Hidadin.
قاتلنا. No, na comes from أنا.
No, it does not.
No, I'm sure. أنا.
Call comes from
No.
Anna.
No.
No, I'm talking about the third
قاتلنا.
one. I already got the second one.
Yeah,
It's not- you're behind.
No, I thought you need help because na.
No, I didn't
Na
do that.
is
Look,
ni or e, and then nahnu is na.
Right.
Yeah, so na. It's
it's
right
we
there.
fought.
Big word.
نحن نصرنا, we fought. Yes.
Indication addition drum كلام.
No, hold on. هو in the
انهمر
انهمر
هو
هو انهمر هما انهمرا هم انهمروا هي انهمرت هما انهمرتا هن انهمرنا أنت انهمرت أنتما انهمرتما.
طمشة.
He, and then we went to she.
Antuma.
Antum, it's you. No, it's both of you.
Both of you. Good. Both
Yeah.
of you drowned.
Both of you, John.
That took you so long. I
No,
already
it
knew it.
didn't.
Nafaqu.
Nafaku. Oh, Nafaku.
Who
They.
was being a hypocrite?
They're being hypocrites.
Yeah.
They're being hypocrites. I'm
You
letting
can just write HYP for hypocrite. Not anymore.
hypocrites is a
شو بدك
big.
فردو؟
They were hypocrites.
They hypocrited.
And then تنازعت.
تنازعت. Sorry. تنازعت.
Oh, this is she argued.
No, it is not.
Oh, I know.
That would have been تنازعت.
Yeah.
It is not.
تنازعت.
تنازعت. تنازعت. Look at it carefully before you do it in your head. Make sure you read it properly.
هما تنازعا هم تنازعوا هي تنازعت هما تنازعتا
هن.
okay هن تنازعتنا
تنازع.
تنازعنا.
Yes.
Here. Okay, so أنت تنازعت. So she argued.
Oh,
Oh wait, no, sorry.
You argued.
You argued.
yes. You got it right. And then,
She folded.
you know what I visualize in my mind?
What?
It's like a boxing match,
Uh-huh.
and somebody gets a really good punch in,
Uh-huh.
and it's supposed to be a knockout,
Uh-huh.
and then they didn't knock the guy out, but they start celebrating anyway.
Oh, early
So, like,
celebrations.
Yeah, God.
Oh yeah.
Don't celebrate early.
Mm-hmm.
Get to the finish line first. Tadahara.
Zahara.
Who done pretended?
What
Both of them.
the
Both of
Both
them
of them,
pretended. Well done.
You should have been faster.
Okay.
Now I want the families. I want the Madi Mudari' Masdar. Meaning, I'll do the first one. The first one is Nazzala Yunazzilu Tanzilan. That's the first one. Nazzala Yunazzilu Tanzilan. I want the second one.
قاتل يقاتل.
Nope.
Da-
Oh, every time you make a mistake, it goes to the other person.
Okay.
قاتل يقاتل تقاء.
Nope.
So this is the Aslama family.
Nope.
Okay.
She was right already.
قاتل يقاتل تقال.
Oh, same mistake.
قاتل يقاتل تقال.
Oh my God. Why are you guys saying Tiqalan? It's Qitalan.
Oh.
Why you go backwards?
Qitalan.
Why you got why? Arabic doesn't go this way. It goes this way.
Yeah.
You're like Tiqalan. Like, why are you doing that to me?
قاتلا.
Go ahead again, Maryam.
قاتل يقاتل قاتلا.
No,
قاتلا.
no. Jahada yujahidu.
جهادا قتالا.
فهو قتالا
وقتال.
قاتل
قاتل
يقاتل قتالا
مقاتلة.
الله. Ahmed,
Which one?
number 3.
Okay. In Hamara. That one. So it's like in Qalaba.
Good.
In Qalaba yanqalibu inqilaban.
That's brilliant, except it's not in Hamara.
Oh. In Hamara yanhamiru inhimaran.
Nafaqu Maryam. You got this. I believe in you.
So it's like
I'm cheering for you.
Oh, we know it's not like
Yes, it is.
jahada.
No, don't go back. You got it right.
But it's nafaqu.
Yeah, so first make it hua.
Okay.
هذا ما أخذك قلت
No. Farsi.
فرد كريت كدوس.
Okay, his head looks like a watermelon. Got it. Okay, no, okay.
Okay, so Yuna.
What? Why are you starting with the present tense? Who doesn't start with the present tense?
Nafaqa.
Yes.
Yunafiqu.
It's like watching a finals match,
What's the finals?
like the playoffs.
What's the playoff?
Nifaqan.
It's like
One more.
فهو.
No. Nifaqan wa.
ومنافقة.
It's so close.
I forgot.
You got it.
مجاهدة.
Yeah.
ومجاهدة.
Wa.
ومنافة.
Munafa. Munafa.
منافة.
No. What's the letter after Noon, Fa, and Qaf, right?
Yeah.
Munafa.
Tu.
It's not a ta. It's a qaf.
Oh.
Is it not a qaf?
Yes, it's a qaf.
But why you don't see the qaf? It's such a big qaf. Munafaqatan.
Okay.
You keep saying munafata. Munafata, huh? Munafata what? Munafata where am I? But I'm saying munafata. qa,
Done.
and then done. Got it?
Mhm.
Mariam, you good?
Yeah, yes, I got it.
Okay.
نتزع
That was a 9 out of 10.
نتزع
Mariam, that was a 9 out of 10.
نتزعت.
No, what is that? What did you just come up with?
Oh, I said nata. It's تنازعت. So we gotta take it back to the Hua version.
Right.
تنازع. So this is like Aslama. No, it's not.
It should be easier now. It's starting with a ta.
Ta.
Only two
Oh.
families start with a ta,
تعلم
which has a
or
shadda,
تساءل.
which has an alif.
So
تعلم.
I really don't want to test her, but
Listen, look at it. Don't look at her. Don't think
Okay.
about what she said. Look at the word.
تساءل.
Tanaza'a.
تنازع.
Does it have an alif?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like تساءل.
So your two choices are in your head, ta'allama or tasa'ala, and you're looking at tanaza'a.
Oh, تساءل. Okay. تساءل يتساءلان.
Mhm.
So تنازع يتنازع
Mhm.
تنازع.
Tanazu'an.
تنازعا. Yeah. Sorry.
Good. Tadahara.
It's like the jahada.
Is it?
Oh wait, no, it's not. Never mind. تساءل. يتظاهر.
Why, you didn't give me the past tense. You said tasa'ala.
Oh,
This is not tasa'ala. This is-
تظاهر.
Yes.
يتظاهر.
Yes.
تظاهر. تظاهرا.
Yes. Stick to the family and you get it right. Tadahara yatadaharu tadahuran. You're working that muscle. There's a typo in this one. No, there isn't a typo. Ista'dhanna. Ooh, that's a hard one. So let me help you solve this one first,
Okay.
because you can get thrown off by that. Huwa ista'dhana. Ista'dhana. It's like istaghfara,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Huma ista'dhana.
Yeah.
Hum ista'dhanu. Hiya ista'dha.
Nah.
No. Hiya ista'dhanat.
Oh yeah, here.
Huma ista'dhana ta. Hunna. We did this. Nasarna.
Nah.
Right? So sukoon followed by na. So it should be ista'dhan
Nah.
na. When those two noons are together, pay attention, Mariam.
Yeah.
When those two noons are together, what happens?
Then.
Ista'dhanna.
Yeah.
Ista'dhanna. So them ladies.
Yeah.
If you want to take it back to the Hua version, then the shadda will just become singular. Ista'dhana.
Yeah.
Okay? So now try to do the family of ista'dhanna.
Miriam's turn.
Mariam's turn.
Yes.
No, she did the lahara.
Farah.
Oh, it is my turn.
Yeah.
استأذن يستأذن استئذانا.
Excellent. Ista'dhana yasta'dhinu istidhanan. Why are we learning sarf? Because maybe in the Quran you come across the word ista'dhana. He asked for permission. But now you automatically know how to say he asks for permission. Yasta'dhinu.
Yeah.
And you also automatically know how to say asking for permission. The idea of asking for permission is istidhanan.
Yeah.
So you learn vocabulary that you never had to look up. It automatically came to you because you found one word of it.
Yeah.
Right? So every time you make sarf, you're making more words in your Arabic vocabulary, and any one of them you can recognize. That's the power of the science and the power of this recognition ability. So now take a break, enjoy your break, and inshallah come back and we'll do some new work. Recognition is going well. I'm happy with the way recognition is going right now. At the level you are, just recognizing the past tenses and taking them back to a family. So I want to take questions pertinent to that. I don't want to go off topic even in the question answer sessions. Focus on just past tense recognition, whether it's active or being able to convert it to active and passive. Those are the discussions we want to have. Don't deviate from that. Go ahead. Any questions?
Okay, there was one on for example, when we were looking at the word aqtalu and we made it passive, to uqtilu. They were asking why it wasn't uqtalu.
Well, because the past passive is u and e sound. It's not u and a sound. You're confusing it with the present passive, which is u and a sound. Number 7, in fa'altum, or in the next تظاهر. Okay, please explain then again. That's for sure I can do that. That's a tough one. So let's do that again. Okay. So huwa ista'dhana, huma ista'dhana, hum let me just copy this part. Ista'dhanu, hiya ista'dhanat, huma ista'dhanata, right? And then when you get to the hunna, you're supposed to ista'dhan, sukun, followed by na. That's the rule. Nasarna, darabna. Right? So you have to stop and then add the na. Now what you get then is you get 2 noons. And the more convenient way of writing 2 noons together is noon shadda. That's why you get ista'dhanna. Sorry, Shaira. We did have to make updates to it. You're right. We'll be more careful about that in the future. Well, this is the last time we're making handouts, because from here on, you're just going to get a textbook for the whole curriculum. Like the entire curriculum is one textbook. So this is the last time I'm improvising. This is on social media also. The Arabic program on social media now comes to an end after this intensive. We're going to be on the Bayyinah platform. We have to be, because all the exercises are on there. All the homework assignments are on there. We're using the Huda app that we developed, so we can't be on here now. I can't check your work on here. There's not going to be you emailing me assignments. You're going to be doing them on the site itself. So how do we converting past tense to what? Go ahead, Jawad. Let me take your question.
It was just what families are ista'dhana and ta'awana.
Well, what the ist should give it away. Ist tells you it's istaghfara family. Istaghfara, yastaghfiru, istighfaran. So ista'dhana, yasta'dhinu, istidhanan. What was the other one? Ta'awana?
Yeah. Tadhahara, sorry.
The ta in the tadhahara also. The ta in the beginning tells you it has to be one of the 2 families that start with a ta. So it's either ta'allama or tasa'ala. Well, if it's down to those 2, then which one of those has a shadda? Which one of those has an alif? Because this word has an alif, tadhahara. And so tasa'ala is a perfect match. Simple as that. How are we converting past to huwa? Please repeat it. Well, Maryam, that's all about you knowing the chart. So, for example, let's look at tadhahara, right? Because you know the past tense conjugation. What are the past tense conjugations? Page 33 in your first intensive. Huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum nasaru, hiya nasarat, huma nasarata, hunna nasarna. That chart, I expect you to know that like the back of your hand. So when you see you should know this is huma nasara, which means taking it back to the huwa version just means you get rid of this part and take it back to just the fatha. You would know to do that if your page 33 is solid. If your huwa nasara, huma nasara, hum nasaru is solid. You can see any version of that and imagine the first word in that chart. Just the fatha version, which is what the first thing we did today was. I had both of these kids look at all the examples from the first drill and take it back to the huwa version over and over again, right? Because I want you to get comfortable with that skill. That's you making use of the huwa nasara chart that you memorized for the purposes of recognizing self. For the ta'allama and tasa'ala, I cannot differentiate those 2. It's so easy. Yes. I'm imagining that's somebody's real name. So sorry. Easy to recognize ta'allama and tasa'ala. Ta'allama has a ta and a shadda. Tasa'ala has a ta and an alif. All you need. Ta'in shadda, ta'in alif. That's how you can tell. I found two friends here, Princess. You and no one. Okay, that's great. You found any questions? What is sa'a? Verb? No, that's not related, right? In hamara yanhamiru. In hamara yanhamiru inhimaran fahuwa munhamirun. Yeah. It's used in the Quran. فَفَتَحْنَا أَبْوَابَ السَّمَاءِ بِمَاءٍ مُنْهَمِرٍ. I mean, I said drowned, but it's really overwhelming and continuous and outpouring. Whoever has issues with the website, you better solve them this week because 99% of you have been solved from what I'm told. So if you have website issues, you don't email me because that's inefficient. I don't deal with the website. Email contact@bayina.com and get it resolved. They're working around the clock on it. They've solved pretty much all of it. So if you still don't have access to the website, there's something wrong on your end because they've pretty much granted access. And there are still people who email me, Ustad, I can't afford the tuition, so it's not fair to me. And I'm like, what planet have you been on? How many times do you want me to say that there's no fee for anybody who can't afford it? We're giving access anyway. That just means that not only are you asking, but you're not paying attention to what I've already taught. Want to be a student? Pay attention. What about the poster? Oh yeah, the poster. I keep forgetting. We'll do the poster tomorrow. Let's make a commitment. What were article? Jawad, did you get the article that I sent?
I got the email, yeah.
Can you post that, please?
Where do you want me to post it, on the website?
Yeah, you can post on the website, and I'm gonna read it with the kids in the next sitting.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. And can you send it to me on the chat here too, so I can put it up on the screen? On the screen, the work screen chat.
Yeah, I can send it. I can send you the link, but it won't be up on the website until tomorrow.
No. The actual link from the site that it's on.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got it.
Yeah. Okay, guys, enjoy your 5-minute break. I'll be back. Read that for me, Mariam.
The grammatical shift for the rhetorical purpose, iltifat, and
Yes.
related features in the Quran.
Right. Grammatical shift means when, if I was talking to you,
Mhm.
and in the middle of a sentence, I said, for example, you did a really good job. He's been working pretty hard. Wait, who's he?
Yeah.
Meaning I was talking to you, and all of a sudden I switched over and started talking to he or they or something else, right?
Yeah.
Or if I was talking about the future,
Mhm.
and I said, man, tomorrow I'm going to eat cake. Last year I had cake. What did I do? I was talking about the future, and all of a sudden I started talking about
Past.
the past, right?
Mhm.
So when you switch like that quickly,
Mhm.
that's called a grammatical shift.
Yeah.
That's called what? A grammatical shift. And it's done for a special purpose.
Yeah.
Rhetorical purpose means someone's trying to tell you something
Mhm.
when they switch like that. And when they're trying to tell you something, that's called a rhetorical purpose.
Mm.
So they're trying to make you think about something,
Mhm.
and they're doing that by making that switch. The word for that switch is iltifat. That's a new word for you. What's the word?
Iltifat.
Iltifat. Iltifat is when you make a sudden switch.
Mm.
Okay? And related features in the Quran, meaning things like iltifat in the Quran. This is Professor M.A.S. Abdul Halim, who has written a pretty amazing translation of the Quran also.
Mhm.
He is the head of the Quran Studies program at the University of London.
Oh.
And he is one of the world's most renowned scholars of the Quran. And he's also, he graduated from Azhar, I think in the 50s or 60s or something.
What's Azhar?
Azhar is one of the oldest Islamic university in the world,
Oh, okay.
right, in Egypt. And he graduated from there, specializing in the Quran. And then he's been studying and teaching the Quran ever since.
Mm.
So he is actually a pretty amazing authority on the study of the Quran. Anyway, in a study which has been described as pioneering means cutting edge, new.
Mm.
Theodor Nodeki, that's the name of the study,
Mm.
which is the German term for the study.
Ah.
Theodor Nodeki, and Theodor Nodeki, this person is a German
Mm.
who writes about Islam
Mhm.
and writes about the Quran. He's a scholar of the Quran.
Mm.
He's not Muslim,
Mm.
and he often writes things that are criticizing the Quran.
Mm.
Okay, so a lot of people in the West have been writing about the Quran for centuries, right?
Mhm.
So the Germans have been doing that for a few centuries. The British have been doing that for a few centuries. The French have been doing that for a few centuries. And this is one of the leading people that has written about the Quran and even against the Quran.
Mm.
Professor Abdul Halim, because he's at the University of London, he's not at an Islamic university. So he's not writing papers for Muslims. He's writing papers for everybody,
Yeah.
right? And they don't study the Quran as the word of Allah. They study the Quran as a famous book. You know how in English class you read famous books?
Yeah.
And then your teacher asks you to criticize it or critique it, or
Mhm.
that's how they study the Quran, is literature, right? And some Muslims are in this field challenging some of the things that those people say.
Mm.
And one of those leading people is Professor Abdul Halim. Discussed in detail the German phrase, thereby collecting together everything that had occurred to him in this respect during his protracted and intensive study of the holy book of the Muslims. Among the examples that he discusses are Quran ayah number 7, and he's citing his paper. But basically, let's skip to the part where we get to the juicy part. So basically, he's saying Nodeki wrote about how there's sudden shifts in the Quran.
Mhm.
Like Allah will be talking about the past, all of a sudden he'll be talking about the Day of Judgment, which is in the future.
Yeah.
Or he'll be talking to you, then all of a sudden he'll just say they.
Mm.
Or he'll be talking about, there's subject shifts too, right? He'll be talking about the cow, and then all of a sudden he'll start talking about the Muslims or talking about some other chapter of Jewish history or something else, right? So he says, iltifat, though Nodeki does not refer to the term here, introducing his discussion of this feature, Nodeki remarks that the grammatical persons change from time to time in the Quran in an unusual and not beautiful way. That's what he thinks, right? This person who's a non-Muslim thinks that when these shifts happen in the Quran, they're not beautiful. This is a personal value judgment. Arab writers, in contrast, see the matter differently. Ibn al-Athir, for instance, after studying his stylistic features, this stylistic feature set, as well as we shall see below, classed it among the remarkable things and exquisite subtleties we have found in the glorious Quran. In other words, Muslim scholars, when they study the same exact thing, said this is one of the most amazing things about the Quran.
Yeah.
So you've got a non-Muslim saying this is one of the things in the Quran that clearly makes it not beautiful, and you've got a Muslim scholars studying the same exact thing and proving that this is actually one of the most beautiful things. it will be seen that the examples Nodeki cites immediately following the statement quoted above do not occur haphazardly in the Quran but follow a pattern. Examination of where exactly the shift occurs and why will show how effective the technique is in these examples and why Muslim literary critics and exegetes greatly admire iltifat and its related features. Nodeki further, I'll translate or simplify all of this in a second. Nodeki further remarks that in a few places, the second and third person plural are exchanged abruptly. He quotes the ayahs here. We're going to go through those ayahs. Here again, it will be seen that the changes are made according to an effective pattern and that the frequency of occurrences of this type is much greater than is indicated by Nodeki. So what he's saying is, Nodeki, this writer, wrote that the Quran makes these weird changes and it doesn't make sense and it's not beautiful.
Yeah.
And he says, then he gave some examples in his article. He said, look at the Quran over here in Surah number 30, ayah number 38, or 49:7, or 10:23.
Yeah.
Look at these sudden changes. What is this iltifat doing, right? And he gives the impression that this is kind of something you can criticize about the Quran. And he's going to show, Professor Abdul Halim in this paper is going to show how iltifat in the Quran is one of the coolest things that happens in the Quran and how it happens for a purpose.
Yeah.
And he calls it pattern. You saw the word pattern come a few times?
Yeah.
Pattern means, you know what a pattern on clothes is? When the design is like that, and then you see it again, and then you see it again, and then you see it again. When somebody has a pattern of behavior, like an athlete has a pattern of behavior, they make the same move over and over again. That's their signature move because that's their pattern of behavior. So Allah has a pattern of style in the Quran.
Yeah.
So when he makes these switches, there's actually a pattern behind them. You can notice it over and over again.
Yeah.
Okay. The impression that the incidence of iltifat in the Quran is low can also be gained from books of Balagha in Arabic. These tend to confine themselves to specific examples, including, for instance, Quran 14. These are, when he says Q, that means Surah of the Quran. 1:4 means Fatiha, ayah number 4. 36:22, 10:20. These are surah numbers and ayah references.
Yeah, I never understood this term. But
So this means Fatiha 1, ayah number 4.
okay.
This one's means surah number 36, which is Yasin, ayah number 22.
Okay.
This is Yunus 22. This one is Fatir, I believe, 9. 108, the hundreds, I don't know. I'm terrible with those. Repeated with little variation to represent the various types of iltifat between first, second, and third persons. Let's understand what first, second, and third person means. First person means I and we.
Yeah.
First person means what?
I
and we. Second person means you.
Yeah.
So first person means ana, nahnu.
Ana nahnu, yeah.
Second person means anta,
Anta,
antuma,
antum,
antum, anti, antuma,
antuma,
antunna, because they're all the yous.
Yeah.
Third person means huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna. Third person means he, both of them, they, she, both of them ladies. That's third person. That these only represented a sample is made clear by reference to the books of Ibn Athir, who discusses some 20 examples. By the way, that's the year that he lived. And this is the, so this is the different kind of calendars. Okay? The Islamic calendar and then the Gregorian calendar. So the year 637 in the Islamic calendar and the year 1239 in the calendar that we follow, right? So it's the same year, but we calculate it differently in different systems, right? So the Muslims have their own Hijri calendar.
Yeah. How do you count? How do you do that?
Well, the year 1 was the year the Prophet migrated from Makkah to Medina.
Yeah.
So from then on.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And it's the lunar calendar, so it goes by the moon, right? But anyway, so he's comparing, it's this year if you look at the Islamic calendar, and it's this year if you look at the Gregorian. The Gregorian calendar means January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
Yeah.
Okay. Islamic calendar means Muharram, Safar, Rabiul Awwal, Rabiul Thani, Jamadul Ula, Jamadul Saghra.
Yeah. I understand all of this.
So yeah, inshallah, eventually I'll teach you the Islamic months too. Who discusses some 20 examples. So now he's going to talk about different scholars who gave different number of examples, right? So let's get to the juicy part. Iltifat has been called by rhetoricians. Rhetoricians is people who study the style of the Quran. Okay, people who study the style of any language. Shaja'at al-Arabiyya, as it shows in their opinion, the daring nature of the Arabic language. Shaja'a means bravery of Arabic. So iltifat, this sudden switch, they say is one of the most brave qualities of Arabic. Like Arabic does it like no other language does. It's very brave in doing so. And if any daring is to be attached to it, it should above all be the daring of the language of the Quran. Meaning it happened in Arabic anyway, but
Mhm.
it never happened the way that it happens in
The Quran.
the Quran. Like the Quran is way above even anything that was found in Arabic and poetry and stuff
Yeah.
like that. For reasons that will be shown below, it employs this feature far more extensively and with more variations than does Arabic poetry. It is therefore natural to find Al-Mathal al-Sa'ir of Ibn al-Athir, which deals with Adab al-Katib wa Sha'ir, meaning the book about how should someone write and how should someone make
Yeah.
poetry, uses mainly Quranic references in discussing iltifat. No one seems to quote references in prose other than from the Quran. Indeed, a sampling of hadith material found not a single instance. It is hoped that our discussion will explain why this should be so. So he's also saying that this thing in the Quran where these shifts happen,
Mhm.
like I said, I'm talking about you, I start talking about somebody else,
Yeah.
or I was talking about the future, I start talking about the past. He says you don't even find this much in hadith.
Mm.
And you'll find it a lot in Quran.
Quran.
And that's obvious. There's an obvious reason why. There's two different speakers.
Mhm.
The Prophet is the speaker in hadith.
Mhm.
Allah is the speaker in
Quran.
Quran. And when two people speak,
Mhm.
they have two different styles of speech.
Mhm.
And Allah's style of speech, who's not even a person, he's Allah, his speech is different from any human being's speech, even the Prophet's speech, right? So that's why you find when you study Quran and then you get into studying hadith,
Mhm.
you'll find a huge difference in the style of the Quran and
Yeah.
the style of hadith. Nodeki treated the verses referred to above as peculiarities in the language of the Quran. I'm going to skip his introduction now. Those of you that are interested should read the entire article. We're sending the link out. Okay. Lexically, meaning in the dictionary.
Mm.
Big words.
Yes.
Lexically means what?
In the dictionary.
In the dictionary. Iltifat means to turn or turn one's face. What's the new word I taught you? Iltifat.
Iltifat, yeah.
Say the word.
Iltifat.
Mm.
And what does iltifat mean?
To turn
one's face.
To turn one's face. There's a famous line. وَتَلَفَّتَتْ عَيْنِي فَمُذْ خَفِيت or خَفِيت, sorry. عَنِّي الطُّولُ تَلَفَّتَ الْقَلْبُ. My eye turned to the remains of my beloved's encampment. When they passed out of sight, my eye turned to them. This is poetry in Old Arabic. Okay. The word came to be used for turning aside in speech or talking about something before continuing with the original subject. Like I said, by the way, love the panda mask. Let's go back to sarf.
Yeah.
So when I talk about something else and then go back,
Mhm.
that's how the Arabs use the word. Okay. So this is he's talking about the history of the word.
The poems sound nice.
The poems are pretty nice. Yeah, they're pretty musical. Eventually, we'll be learning Arabic poetry too, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Some crazy poems because some poems they're just digs,
Just like
insults.
insults.
Yeah, just insults. And then some poems are just praises because old poets were paid money
Mhm.
to praise kings.
Mhm.
So like, make me a rhyme, make me a poem that makes me feel good about myself.
I'll give you
And
5 gold coins.
the king would be like, the poet would say something like, "You're the moon, and all the other kings in the world are like stars, because when you're there, it's like we don't even notice them." And then he makes another one, and you're not just the moon, you're the moon and the sun, because even when the morning comes, they disappear, but you're still there. So not pay me money. So that was their industry. That's how they made money by and the king would be like, yes I am. Well, I feel good about myself. Hey,
Take
give him some
money.
gold coins. Thank you, sir. And so they come up with more poems praising, and that was actually a pretty big industry of madh, of praising somebody.
Mhm.
And they would go to different tribes and say, hey, you want to make poetry about your tribe to make you guys feel good about yourselves? I could do it. I'm pretty good. And if they wouldn't pay him, they're like, okay, that's fine. I'll just make a poem about how horrible you people are. And so people would pay them money because they didn't want a poem about how nasty they are to become famous, because these guys were famous in what the poetry they made. Once they made poetry, everybody was saying it. So you better pay up or it's not going to look good for you.
Yeah. It's the
Good.
cool kids. Once the cool kids say something right, it sticks to you.
Yes, it's either I'm going to praise you, I'm going to roast you.
Yeah.
But either way, it's going to get famous. You decide. Right? So that's how they made their money. But anyway, the phenomenon of transition has not surprisingly also been designed by other technical terms, or designated, by other technical terms. One of the words for it is a sarf. Sarf. Why? Because sarf is constantly changing things, isn't it?
Mhm.
Changing one family to another,
Mhm.
changing one form to another. Sarf actually originally means change.
Oh,
And when you change a subject quickly, that's why they also called it sarf.
that's
Or
cool.
insiraf from insarafa yansarifu. Insirafan. By
Insirafan.
the way, iltafata yaltafitu iltifatan fahuwa multafitun is the iqtaraba family.
Oh yeah,
It's
it is.
it's the iqtaraba
Mhm.
family. Okay. Now, conditions of iltifat. In discussing iltifat, as it has become well established in Balagha, all authors begin with types involving transitions in persons, and indeed, some of them stop there. Persons means Allah switched from first person to second person,
Mhm.
second person to first person,
Yeah.
third person to first person. What does that mean in simple English? What does third person mean? Remind me.
Third person, huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna.
Right. And in English, what does third person mean?
Third person means he, she, both them she's, all them she's, both you he's.
Here's the way you think about it. Because I want you to think about it differently in your heads too.
Mhm.
You think of the number 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
Right. 1 is the closest number.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The
Yeah.
smallest number is the closest number,
Mm-hmm.
and the closest to you is yourself.
Yeah.
So first person is about yourself,
Yeah.
I and we.
Mm-hmm.
2 is the second closest.
Mm-hmm.
The second closest to you is what?
You.
The person around you.
Yeah.
And anybody around, like you're right around me right now,
Mhm.
and Austin's way over there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the word you for you. I can't use you for Austin because
Yeah.
he's
Over there.
over there.
Mhm.
So you're the closest to me is myself.
Yeah.
The second closest to me is you. And then the third level is people that are far away.
Like can't you?
He, she, they.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
those are all third person.
Yeah.
That's how you think about first person, second person, and third person. So he says in old books, scholars talked about how Allah switches from he and she to I, third to first,
Yeah.
or first to third, or
Mhm.
second to third.
Yeah.
And I'll break some of the surprise for you. If first is really close
Yeah.
and third is really far,
Yeah.
then if Allah switches from first to third,
Mm-hmm.
that could mean he went from near to what?
Far.
Far. Or if he switched from third to second,
Mm-hmm. It's closer.
he went from far to what?
A bit
Near.
closer. Near. Yeah.
Far to near. So then this article is going to be about why would somebody switch from far to near? Why would somebody go from near to far?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a secret behind that? So, thus there is no iltifat in you are my friend, but there is iltifat in inna a'tainaka al-kawthar fasalli li rabbika. We have given you Kawthar,
Mm-hmm.
okay, but pray to your master. So pray to your master. Now think about that. We have they say abundance, but Kawthar means a lot,
Mm-hmm.
right? Allah says we have given you a lot. So what's the word for Allah here?
Inna.
Good, we,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
That's Allah's talking about himself in what word? We. Now tell me, is that first person, second person, or third person?
First person.
That's right, that's first person. Now listen. Therefore pray to your master or your Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Is the Lord first person, second person, or third person?
Third person.
Third person. Lord is not here.
Yeah.
And it's the same surah, but we started off with we
Mm-hmm.
and then went to the word Rabb, because when you say somebody's name
Mm-hmm.
or say somebody's title, then you're using the third person.
Yeah.
Like if you were talking to me,
Mm-hmm.
right, you don't say, for example, Noman said that we should blah, blah, blah. Or Ustad said, no, I'm right here.
Yeah.
Ustad, you said,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
If you're using my name, then generally you're using the third person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Allah started with the first person and immediately switched over to the third person.
Yeah.
That's what he's calling iltifat.
Mm.
Since the reference here is to one and the same, meaning we is referring to Allah and Lord is referring to Allah,
Yeah.
i.e. God. Another suggested condition stipulates that the transition should be between two independent sentences. This perhaps resulted from the observation of a limited number of examples, meaning people think that this kind of thing happens between one ayah and the next ayah.
Yeah.
But he's saying no, that happens sometimes. A lot of times, even inside the ayah, there's a quick
Change.
iltifat. There's a really quick iltifat.
Mhm.
Now we're going to look at the types of iltifat. We'll just go this far today, and then I'll take some of your questions on this too. These can be of the following types: change in person between first, second, and third. We talked about that, right?
Mhm.
Which is the most common
Yeah.
and is usually divided into 6 kinds.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at 6 different ways that Allah does that. Change in number between singular, pair, and plural.
Plural. Yeah.
Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin is singular.
Uh-huh.
Muslimani, Muslimaini, Muslimaini is pair.
Mhm.
Muslimuna, Muslimina, Muslimina is plural.
Plural.
Huwa is singular. Huma is pair. Hum is plural.
Yeah.
Anta is singular. Antuma is pair. Antum is plural. Nasarta is singular. Nasartuma is pair. Nasartum is plural.
Yeah.
Huwa yansuru is singular. Huma yansurani is pair. Hum yansuruna is plural. Whether we were studying fi'l or ism or pronouns, we saw singular, pair, plural. Singular, pair, plural. So he's saying in the Quran, you'll find Allah started something with singular,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he went to the plural.
Mhm.
Or Allah started something with the plural,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden he went to the singular.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So does that make sense so far that these
Yeah.
switches happen? These really quick switches happen?
Mhm.
UJ, my question is that there's also second person as well. That's you. Yeah, no, but the word you is not a switch. So inna a'tainaka fasalli li rabbika. The ka is in both ayat. So Allah is talking to the Prophet ﷺ. But the switch happened in the way Allah is talking about himself. So he talked about himself as we, and then he talked about himself as Rabb. Then this is my favorite switch, by the way, change in addressee. Let me tell you what that means. If I was talking to Ahmed,
Mhm.
I say, Ahmed, what does this say? All right, hurry up. Come on, Ahmed, Maryam.
Bismi.
What did I just do?
You change.
I switched from Ahmed to
Maryam.
Maryam.
Mhm.
By the way, this is the hardest thing I will ever give you. What did I just do? Y'all thought I was talking to you, and all of a sudden I switched over to
You.
you. Okay?
Mhm.
Or if Ahmed did something ridiculous, and I was talking to Ahmed, I was like, Ahmed, you know what? Hold on a second. Can you believe this guy? And I turned to Maryam and I said, can you believe this guy?
Mhm.
Now I stopped talking to you. I started talking to
Her.
her about you.
Mhm.
I switched
Yeah.
in my speech.
Mhm.
That's called change of addressee. Okay?
Mhm.
Who are you talking to? Addressee means who you're talking to. It doesn't have to do with your address.
Yeah.
It's who are you addressing.
Mhm. Like daddy, addressee.
I was allergic to that. Change in the tense of the verb. What do you think that means?
The verb, like you changing it.
The tense. What is the tense?
So it's like if you're like
Or
oh,
Past tense.
or
present tense or
past, present, or
future tense.
yeah. So it could start off with past and switch to the future. Start in the future, switch to the past or the present. That kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then change in case marker. This is pretty cool. Here's what case marker means. Case marker means rafa' nasab or jar.
Oh, okay.
Like all these words were rafa,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden you got
No.
nasab. And they're like, hey, why did this go? What?
Mhm.
How come this nasab happened?
Yeah.
And everything was jar, and all of a sudden there's a rafa.
Mhm.
And for no obvious grammatical reason, that's also called an iltifat.
Mm.
And then using a noun, this is a really cool one too. Using a noun in place of a pronoun. So let me show you this one. So if I say, once upon a time, there was a cat. It was fat. It smelled bad. The cat,
Stop looking at me.
yeah, okay. The cat made a mess. Now, look at this ridiculous story. But notice the first time I talked about the cat, I used cat.
Mhm.
What was the second thing I used about it?
It was
Fat.
fat.
It.
It's
Oh,
oh
it's-
yeah.
How am I referring to the cat?
It.
It. Then again, what?
It's
It. And then I went back to what?
cat.
Cat.
Because I should have used it.
Mhm.
It was fat. It smelled bad. It made a mess. But I went back to cat,
Mhm.
even though I didn't need to.
Yeah.
I could have just stuck with it, and
Mhm.
everybody would have understood, right?
Yeah.
So what happens here is you were using a noun,
Mhm.
and then you were supposed to use a what? Pronoun,
Pronoun, yeah.
but then you went back to using the noun.
Yeah.
That's an iltifat too.
Mhm.
These are iltifats that you should look out for when you're reading Quran. Why am I going through this article with you? Because this is one of those things, as you learn grammar, because you're learning about pronouns now, right?
Mhm.
And you're learning about singular, pair, plural, rafa' nasab jar.
Mhm.
Now, even if you're reading an English translation of the Quran, your eyes should be looking for iltifats.
Yeah.
Was there a switch that just happened? Wait, that was Madi and this became Mudari? That was past, this became present?
Mm-hmm.
Was there a switch between this status and that status? That was a kind of iltifat. So these are the different kinds of iltifat and he's kind of giving a category.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the numbers. Transition from third to first person, meaning third person is what? He, she,
Yeah.
to I.
Mm-hmm. Are we?
He says, I have come across over 140 cases. That happens over 140 times in the Quran. So it's important. It's a pattern. If it happens that many times, that's one of the ways Allah likes to speak.
Yeah.
We should take note of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then he says, from first to third person. So he started off saying I and we and switched over to he. That happens nearly 100 times.
Mm-hmm.
So what's Professor Abdul Halim going to do? He's going to take all the third to first and observe them and analyze them and see if he notices something in common.
Yeah.
Then he notices all the first to third, analyzes them, spends time on them, and sees if he notices something in common. Then third person to second person. What does that mean? From what to what? Give me two example pronouns. Third to second person.
He and you.
Yeah, from he to you.
Yeah.
That happens about how many times?
60 instances.
60 times. Nearly 60 times. From you to he.
30 instances.
30 instances. About 30 times. From I to you, of which there is only one example, which is quoted by every author, but one could argue it is not iltifat. So we'll look at that one case too.
Okay.
So I to you doesn't really happen.
And then we'll argue about it.
Yeah. And when they say argue in articles,
Yeah.
they mean discuss or prove.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that doesn't mean
Yeah, I know. It'd be funny though. Like,
it would be pretty funny. From second to third person, by the way, I've been to this person's house.
who, the author?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Because I was geeking out over his articles.
Uh-huh.
And then somebody said, I know him. I was like, you know him? Can we go to his house? He goes, yeah, I'll call him for you. We'll see if he's available. No, that just became Australian. I don't know.
Was that
But,
Australian?
Yeah, that sounded Australian.
Good day.
But anyway, so I go there
Uh-huh.
and I ended up in his apartment and I'm like geeking out like, and I don't know what to say. Because, you meet somebody like you look up to and you're kind of like weird. I didn't expect that people would do that with me. People meet me sometimes like.
That happened to it.
Yeah, that happened to him.
And I'm like, hey, somebody.
Yeah, that
Those-
happened to me.
And sometimes it happens really creepy. Like one little girl came up to me one time. She was like 4 years old.
Uh-huh.
Ma, he came out of the iPad. I was like, and I was like, yes, I did.
That happened that happened to me exactly when I first met you. It was in the Masalla, and I saw you're leading the prayer, right? I was like, oh my god! I went to my dad. I was like, oh my god, that's him.
My favorite one was I was in London, and I finished the story night, and this little kid came up to me, and he wasn't even talking to me. He was just tugging at his mom. Right? He's tugging at his mom. And he's like he's doing this, right? So I'm just staring at this kid. He goes, "Mommy, that's the man from YouTube." And I was like, that's so good. Anyway, from second to third person, of which there is no example in the Quran, meaning you to he doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Okay? As Suyuti himself points out. So types 5 and 6 need only a brief mention here so that we may turn to that. Okay, so let's see.
Oh, this is a poem. Oh.
Yeah, we're going to skip some of that stuff. Let's see. So I've kind of introduced it to you now, but tomorrow, inshallah, we'll read a little bit further and discuss each of them. Like, what does it mean when he goes from third person to first person, second? And we won't go through all of these ayat, but I want to show you a sampling of some of them.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave you guys with one example, so you have an idea of why this is such an amazing topic and such an important feature of the Quran's language. Let me pull up the ayah number. Jarayna bihim. Okay, 1022. Surah Yunus, ayah number 22. Oh, this will take me a couple of minutes. Bear with me.
Alright.
هو الذي يسيركم في البر والبحر. He, who you already know means he,
yeah.
right? الذي, he is the one who, يسير, present tense, the ya beginning means he again.
Yeah.
He is the one who makes easy for all of you, kum means all of you,
Yeah.
في البر والبحر, in the land and in the sea.
Mhm.
He's the one who makes things easy for you, travel easy for you, in land and in sea. Hatta, until the moment. But by the way, kum
Come.
is all of you, right?
Yeah.
So pay attention to who Allah is talking to.
Okay.
Allah is talking to all of
you.
you. Okay. Is all of you first person, second person, or third person?
Third person.
Decide. All of you. Is that first person, second person, or third person?
Third
Oh
person.
yes, third person.
Is it? First person is I.
I and we. Second person.
Second person is?
he and she.
Nope.
It's he, right? Oh wait, no, second person. Oh, it's second person.
The closest to me is first person.
Person, yeah.
The next closest is who?
You.
You. That would be second.
Yeah.
People who are not here are third person.
Third person. Yeah.
So this started with what person?
Come.
Second.
person. Yeah.
You.
You.
Yeah?
Mhm.
So he's the one who makes travel easy for you in the land and in the sea. Until the moment when إذا kuntum, all of you are,
Mhm.
all of you are, this means all of you are. This is a past tense,
Mhm.
but I'm translating it into present tense because إذا is there.
Mm.
Or until the moment when you are going to be fil fulki, when you're going to be on board the ship.
Mm. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Allah said He'll make travel easy for you in land and in sea. And what kind of travel is He about to talk about?
Full,
Until you're in the on boarding the ship,
sea.
travel by sea,
Mhm.
right? So now Allah is giving us an image of people boarding onto a
Mhm.
ship,
Ship. Yeah.
right? So you've got the boarding dock, you've got people saying goodbye to them,
Yeah.
you've got the sails being prepared by the captain and the crew, right? And you could hear the horns or whatever, the announcement that they're gonna undo the anchor and release the ropes, and the ship is gonna start sailing, and people are gonna be waving at goodbye to their families as they're traveling. This was the old airport of the time, right? People didn't
Yeah.
fly back then.
Mhm.
So when people traveled, huge bunches of people together, how do they travel? By
Sea.
sea, right?
Mhm.
So, and they're not going to see their family for years now because
Yeah.
just the journey alone could take months,
Yeah.
right? It's not hours of a flight, it's months of a journey at sea.
Mhm.
So now, so far, we've got who's Allah talking to? Kum means all of you. So I'm going to highlight that for you
And then-
and I'll color it a certain way. Kum means all of you. Kuntum has all of you in it,
Mhm.
like antum kuntum.
Yeah.
So that still has all of you in it,
Mhm.
right? وَجَرَيْنَا بِهِمْ.
Mhm. Wait, aside, wouldn't key? Isn't so that's
Where?
key right there?
No, fulki is one word.
Oh,
And how do I
okay.
know it's one word? Al means this is an ism,
Oh yeah.
and an ism can never end with a sukun.
Oh yeah, I can.
So this has to be the last letter.
Mm.
Okay?
Mhm.
So now this is so far all of you, right?
Mhm.
وَجَرَيْنَا بِهِمْ.
And.
And they flow, meaning the waves flow.
Mhm.
The waves flow with them.
Yeah.
وَجَرَيْنَا بِهِمْ. Notice it's not with you, it's with
Him.
Them.
that. What just happened? We went from second person to
Third person.
third person. You know what Allah is doing? Allah is helping you imagine. They're right next to you
Mhm.
because they're right at the dock and they're your family. They're people that you know,
Yeah.
right? But when the ship takes off the dock
Mhm.
and it's slowly drifting away at sea
Yeah.
and the winds are good,
Mhm.
بِرِيحٍ طَيِّبَةٍ, with a good wind.
Yeah.
As they're going away, I'm gonna miss you. I can't hear you. You're getting smaller.
Yeah.
You know, you're not a he, or you're not a you anymore. You become a he.
Yeah.
You're getting further and further away.
Mhm.
So the language changes as the ship flows,
Mhm.
that it goes from you to what? They. To illustrate in the imagination of the listener that the ship has gone further out at sea.
Yeah.
And they're not as accessible as they used to be because the third person is distant. So what did we do? We went from closeness. Notice land and sea were mentioned together because in the beginning, the boat was touching, the sea was touching the land, and the boat was touching both.
Yeah.
It was touching the sea and it was touching the land. So it was close. And now they have drifted far away. وَفَرِحُوا بِهَا. فَرِحُوا هُوَ فَرِحَ هُمَا فَرِحَا Hum.
Farihu.
So what pronoun is in there? Hum. They became happy. They became overjoyed. By the way, fariha, yafrahu, farhan, fahuwa farihun, and farihun is also a word. They say this for sami'a yasma'u family. They were so happy because of the wind.
Oh, she, right?
The wind, rih, is in the hot blowing rih. He couldn't find. He was looking for a bi'r to draw water from.
Oh yeah,
Words that are feminine because the Arab said so.
Right, yeah.
That's why rihin has an adjective that's feminine also. Tayyibatin.
Yeah.
Mawsuf sifa.
And then isn't biha too feminine?
Right, ha is feminine. But notice the hum. They were happy. He didn't say y'all were happy. He said what? They were happy. Okay. So now we went from second person to what? Third person. And now the winds are good. When the winds are good, that means that you're going to make it to the island that you're going for or the other continent. You're going to make it there sooner. We're catching day. And by the way, even in air travel, they say tailwind, right? So if the airplane catches tailwind, an 8-hour flight can become a 7-hour flight because the winds are pushing them faster, right? The same way in the sea, if the winds are going in the direction you want to travel, it speeds up your journey. So people get really happy when the winds are good, like our destination's getting closer and closer. Ja'atha rihun 'asifun. Ja'at, she came. She came. She came to them, meaning she came to the ship. Rihun 'asifun is the outside door. We won't go into that right now, but a tough wind. An asif actually means someone who doesn't care. So like a horse, when it's terrified, it runs, and if you're in the way, what's going to happen to you?
Bam.
It's going to just run over you, right? Or a bull that's running, and if there's a door in its way, there's a fence gate in its way, there's a person in its way, there's an animal in its way, there's a car in its way, it doesn't care. That kind of movement, when you ram through something, that's actually called asf. So Allah says a wind came that is asif. Asif means a wind that doesn't care. It doesn't care that it will take a tsunami wave and crush the ship. It doesn't care that the ship will flip over. So first we saw rihin tayyibatin, like a nice pleasant wind, sunny sky, gleaming ocean. We're gonna make it to our destination. Things look good. The land you left is turning into a smaller and smaller dot, right? You're far away, and all of a sudden a terrible wind has come. وَجَاءَهُمُ الْمَوْجُ مِنْ كُلِّ مَكَانٍ, and the wind came at them from every direction. The wind is coming at them from so now they're like, oh, and then the waves are coming on top and splashing them, and we've got a breach. The water's coming in. Dig. And then the people are grabbing buckets and they're casting water out, and then they're flipping over this way and flipping over that way because the winds keep changing and turning, right? And the ship is being tossed around like a toy. And they don't know where it's coming from. And then وَظَنُّوا, and they began to believe. أَنَّهُمْ أُحِيطَ بِهِمْ. By the way, ui sound means it's passive.
It does.
Right? أَنَّهُمْ أُحِيطَ بِهِمْ, and they began, so the they again is third person. They began to believe that they have been overcome. Da'awu. So when they realized that they're about to drown, man, we left our families. They're not even going to find us. We're going to be at the bottom of the sea. And they're like, the ship is falling apart. The mast is broken. The sail is broken. It's terrifying. Everybody around you is crying. And some people have already fallen off and died, and you can't help them. And you're barely holding on yourself. And in the middle of that, da'awullaha, they called Allah. They called Allah. مُخْلِصِينَ لَهُ الدِّينَ. And then in that moment, they made the religion sincere only for Him. Now they're praying to Allah. They don't care who's watching. They're not trying to impress anybody. They're not praying because their parents told them to. They're not praying because it's a drag. They're not praying because they're praying the most sincere, heartfelt prayer to Allah they've ever prayed. Whether they know how to pray in Arabic or not doesn't matter. Whether they know any Quran or not. Ya Allah, please just. And then so they're begging Allah in this moment. By the way, is it all theys so far? And it's creating the word they is now creating a hopelessness because they're so far away from anybody who can save them. Now they're completely at Allah's mercy, and Allah is sending them the winds that are bringing them to the brink of death.
Yeah.
in the middle of a storm, in the middle of the ocean. Where are you gonna go?
Mhm.
Well, how are you gonna escape? I don't want to be here. Where you go? Where you want to be?
Mhm.
You know.
Yeah.
And so they turn to Allah and they say, now watch this. لَإِن if at all, أنجيتنا. Watch this.
We.
There's two here. Oh, let me highlight it. أنجيتنا.
Mhm.
Now there's an attached pronoun na.
Yeah.
When we see an attached pronoun, we forget about it for a moment.
Mhm.
أنجيت. أنت نصرت.
Mhm.
أنت
Mhm.
أنجيت. If you rescue us, rescue us, min hadhihi, from this, if you rescue us from this, lanakunanna min ash-shakirin, we will absolutely be from those that are grateful. Ya Allah, I'll never be ungrateful again. I'll never complain again.
Yeah.
I'll never ignore you again. we'll be a totally different people. It's like all the people gathered together and pleading Allah together.
Mhm.
We're going to be grateful from now on.
Yeah.
Right? But notice, anjayta, or the na means we.
Yeah.
Who's we? Imagine this situation. Who's saying we?
Wait,
If you rescue us, we will be grateful. Who's talking?
the people.
The people on the ship.
Yeah.
But the people on the ship, Allah was talking to them and He said, you.
Mhm.
Then He said, they sail away.
Yeah.
And the waves are coming at them. That was third person.
Mhm.
And then He said, if you rescue us, first person.
Mhm.
So we went from second person to third person to what? First person. Allah brought us so close
Mhm.
to those people
Yeah.
that He made us feel like we are those people.
Mhm.
He switched them over to even ourselves, and now we're on that ship.
Mhm.
We're begging Allah, and He brought us so close as if this was a camera,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
First, the camera sees you close enough, and He sees the land and the sea. Then the camera shows that the ship is going far and far away. That's becoming a home.
Yeah.
Then there's a drone view
Mhm.
where the ship is tossing and turning like this,
Mhm.
and they think they're about to drown. Then there's a zoomed in camera on the face of someone who's begging Allah, and it's like you can see yourself, your own hands. The camera is on your own hands. If you rescue us,
Mhm.
you see what Quran is doing?
Yeah.
It's changing camera angles.
Mhm.
And it's bringing you into the most intense scene and immersing you in it by just using the word we. لَإِنْ أَنْجَيْتَنَا مِنْ هَذِهِ لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الشَّاكِرِينَ. That's how the Quran uses iltifat.
Mhm.
The switch from far to near, and then near to far, and then super close.
Yeah.
Super close. Okay? So this is the kind of thing, inshallah, we're going to start taking more and more note of. And inshallah, on your own, when you're reading Quran, you're going to start noticing these amazing features of the Quran. It just makes the reading of the Quran so much more interesting.
Yeah, it does.
Right? Like you don't even think about that when you're reading, but now that you've kind of started thinking about iltifat a little bit, then this is something you're going to notice more and more. I'll pick out some pieces from that article because all of it's very academic, but I'll pick out some pieces of the article and we'll read those together in the class. So I'd like to get your feedback on whether or not you think it's beneficial to go through articles like that for you. And then there's more coming in the future, inshallah. But again, for today, or for now, I would like for those of you that are older, at least, to read the entire article for yourselves. It'll be beneficial for you. Barakallahu li wa lakum fil Qur'an al-Hakim wa nafa'ani wa iyyakum bil ayati wa dhikr al-hakim.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.